Now, so good morning everyone on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to our Tuesday breathing session. Hope you all had a really good Easter break. Had some nice resting time, some good balancing time for everybody on the balance challenge, which was good to see. We're going to focus today on the stillness in the breath. So we're going to do some mobilization, as we always do, create space in our body, but then just enjoy the parts of the breath where we don't have to do anything. And there's quite a lot of that if you focus on it. Let's start off with a little bit of shaking again, just nice and light, nice and easy. Just whatever feels comfortable for your body. Pay particular attention to the shoulders. Let the shoulders go, let the shoulders relax. And upper back. If you want to, you can tap your heels into the ground. If that doesn't feel comfortable for the moment, then just a little bit of bending with the knees, a little bit of pumping with the legs. Just to loosen it, move around a little bit if you want to move around. And then just slow it down and come to a comfortable standing posture. So maybe about hip width apart on the feet. And we'll just start off by playing detective, by checking, by noticing. So pop one hand on your belly, and one hand just here on the sternum. So just where the heart center is, or the heart is, just on the sternum there. Just bringing awareness to these areas in the body. And notice the movement. So what movement do you feel down here in the belly? What movement do you feel here in the sternum, in the rib cage, in the upper rib cage area? How do the shoulders feel? Feel that connection with the feet into the ground, so really feel grounded. At the same time, lift and lengthen from the crown of the head. And just play around with those little micro movements again that we've talked about before. If you just make sure that if our hips are pushing forwards, what happens to the feelings belly chest here? So exaggerate a little bit without overloading the lower back. And then bring the hips back. Balance that center of gravity here over the contact with the ground. Let the shoulders be heavy and relaxed, but lifting from the crown. And then just feel again the ease of movement, so the difference. So we're working a lot on structure and flow. If we have a good structure in this standing position, then the breath will flow easy. Lean over to one side, what happens? Lean over to the other side. So take your alignment out of a line, and you'll notice that the breath changes. Now, it doesn't mean to say that that's wrong or that's bad, because obviously when we're moving around, when we're doing things, we don't want to be fixed in, oh, I've got to keep this structure to make sure my breath is flowing, because then we just create tension. But we're just coming back to that starting point, that foundation. And now I want you to feel or visualize, but if you can feel and sense a very subtle wave going on through the body. So you're breathing, And as the breath naturally comes in, it just goes down into the lower part of the lungs, which means the belly, there'll be a little bit of expansion in the belly, and then allow the rib cage to open a little bit and that sternum, if you like, just to move forwards a little bit. So think of wave breathing. So as you breathe in, there's a rise in the belly, and there's a rise and a slight move forwards here, an expansion, if you like, just in the upper chest. And it also ripples all the way through. And it's really subtle. So see if you can get that subtleness, but that movement through the spine, that extension through the spine. Contrast that with almost thinking, right, I'm going to breathe in up to my upper chest and lift the shoulders. So just exaggerate. Feel what happens if you pull the upper chest up, but lift the shoulders up. So I'm breathing in, lifting the shoulders up. So you're starting to use all of these, what we call accessory muscles in the back, in the neck and everything to bring the breath in. But just allow the shoulders to relax. And let gravity and the pressure bring the breath into the body. So this is what we mean by relaxing the shoulders. It's not about just letting everything go. It's just letting the shoulders be heavy and strong, not tense and tight. So as you breathe in, there's that extension through the spine. So you feel belly, lower ribs, and then a little bit of chest expanding, opening, and then softening chest, ribs a little bit, belly. Just follow a few more breaths in this easy, soft, rhythmical, relaxed, effortless manner. Relax the jaw, relax the eye sockets, relax the face. And then just bring the arms by the side, give a little shake out if you need a little shake out. What I want you to explore there is that sense of the wave breathing without actually doing any big movements, because I think that's where we can get slightly complicated by thinking, oh, I need to breathe into my belly, I need to breathe into my chest, and I need to get this wave going. But I want you to feel that when we've got our body in a good balance, when we've got those three centers of gravity balanced. Let's bring our hands now onto the side of the ribs. So these floating ribs down here, if you feel around the base of the ribs, and you'll notice I've got my thumbs just placed into the back of the ribs. Now again, really make sure that we don't start to create tension in the neck and the shoulders. Get nice and strong and stable, connected to the ground. Lift and lengthen to the sky. And you can put a little bit of resistance on those side ribs. And then feel as you're breathing in, that expansion also out to the side. So remember, the diaphragm is like an umbrella, so it's not just pushing out the front, it's working in 3 dimensions. It moves the ribs out to the side also, and out to the back. We'll come to the back in a moment. Just feel as you allow the breath in, as the breath goes in naturally, that little bit of horizontal breathing, expansion, opening up, creating space, and then softening and contracting. So that really fluid, easy movement and soft, fluid, easy breathing. Effortless, so you don't need to do anything. There's a sense of ease, there's a sense of stillness, and just allowing the body to breathe naturally, to breathe just how it needs to. Again, you might want to just make some micro movements. So if you're moving forwards a little bit or leaning back a little bit, just tune in with those balance points. And if your shoulders start to rise because of the hand position, you can just bring your arms across, because you can just feel there on the side of the ribs if you've got your arms across. Just follow a few more breaths, just bringing awareness. And although we're not deliberately controlling the breath, you may find, because we're bringing our attention down into the body, down towards our center, that your breath naturally slows, naturally becomes a little bit deeper, and even a little bit lighter. Follow 2 more of your own comfortable breath cycles in and out. And then when you've done that, just take a little break, shake the body, move around a little bit when you need to after 2 more cycles. Move around, shake the body, shake the legs. One thing to watch on that, which I noticed I was doing a little bit there, is suddenly, I'll just start to lock the knees out. So watch that you don't start to hyperextend those legs and lock the knees out. So really tune in with your balance. 1 more, then we will do a little bit of movement with the breath. Back of the body. This is the most challenging one I find, because it's a little bit tightness in the shoulders, but also to feel that expansion and the space in the back of the body. So a good idea is just to start knocking a little bit. So just tapping On the kidney area, which is here, just below again those lower ribs. Not too hard, don't hurt yourself, but just a little bit of tapping, and also down each side of the spine. So not on the spine down the middle, just those muscly bits that you'll feel, and down to the sacrum here. You can almost go into the glutes a little bit there. No, just gentle tap, bringing awareness, bringing energy, bringing blood flow into that area, into the kidney area. And then pop your hands, if you can, again, just comfortably around the back of the body there. Feel that space. See if you can feel as you breathe in, that little bit of expansion across the back of the body. So obviously there's a lot of muscle there in the back of the body, and it's not as easy to feel as it is in the front of the body. Also, we don't pay much attention to the back of our body. So really bring your mind and your focus to breathing into the back of the body. This does make a massive difference, particularly when you're moving forwards, because when we're moving forward, you're on the way forward. So it's a really good place to bring breath into the back of the body. If it's challenging, what you can do is bend the knees a little bit. And as you breathe in, tuck the pelvis. So you physically tuck your pelvis underneath. So that will in itself help to create that expansion in the back of the body. Because I'm a bit tight in the shoulders, that pulls on my shoulders a little bit. So just watch that you're not over tensing the upper body too much. So you can tuck the pelvis, and then you can relax as you breathe out. So a little bit of bend in the knees. And particularly with this one, if you just need to take that fuller breath, then slow it down, breathe in a little bit more air just to create that space. But breathe into the back of the body. Belly can be relaxed, so no pulling in or tightening. Let it all hang out. Another really nice visualization in all of this breathing practice is almost like to breathe into the hips. So feel the hips relax as you breathe in. And then take a little break, shake out the arms. I want you to spend a little bit of time going through that three-dimensional breathing horizontally, and also that spine wave breathing vertically. So as you're breathing vertically, I'm not hoiking everything up here. I'm not pulling everything up. I'm breathing across the body as I breathe in, but my spine extends and it flexes. So let's do a few little bigger movements just to really exaggerate that extension and flexion. Bending the knees. Let's do our spinal cord breathing. So here, we're just really exaggerating that extension and flexion. Knees stay bent. Open up, extend, elbows back, and then flex, extend, and flex. Coordinate the breathing, breathe in. So now we are consciously controlling the breath. Breathe in and out through the nose. Breathe out, squeeze the glutes. Breathe in. Might get some nice crunches and cracks. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Don't need to hear the breath. So it's nice and smoothly in through the nose, out through the nose. Let's do 4 more. One more. Let the arms come by the side. Bring the feet together. Pop one hand on the belly button, other hand upper chest there. And then just follow the breath and just imagine that movement, that extension and flexion, but without actually doing it, but just feel it happening subtly through the spine. Just follow 2 more of your own breath cycles. Now it's just happening rather than you doing it. Brings the arms down to the side when you follow 2 breath cycles. Step your feet out. Now we'll really focus on smooth, easy, rhythmical movement and breath, adding that idea of stillness to it. So it's almost like you can hardly feel anything going on within the body. You're using the least amount of energy. It's really getting into that flow of breath and flow of movement. Let's do the mechanics first. A little bit of bend in the knees. Palms facing up towards you. So if you look down, you can just see your palms facing towards you. Thumbs just pointing out in front. Shoulders relaxed as you bring your palms to chest. Once you get your palms to chest height, you rotate, nice little spiral. You reach up, it's like you're just holding something above the head. And then you bring palms back down, cross the face, cross the chest, back down to center. You can have a little bit of spine wave as well. So spine waves as you lift up and then down. Just do a couple of those with the movements. Just working on the structure and on the mechanics. Now bring the breath into it. So you're breathing in and out. And in and out. And now just focus at the top for a second on the stillness there. So it's just a little pause of the breath. And then let the breath naturally flow out. As you get to the bottom, just enjoy that rest, enjoy the stillness. So just switch your attention to the stillness between the breaths there. And there. So you're automatically breathing in and out. So we're not focusing on in and out, we're focusing on the stillness here and here. Let's do two more. Focus on the stillness, the pause. Enjoy the rest. And then take a rest there. Just step your feet in. I would explore that a little bit more because again, we tend to, when we're doing breath work, we're thinking, oh, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. So you're focusing on the in and out breath. Get the in and out breath working so you're not having to think about it as we get in the movement working without having to think about it. But then just put your attention to, oh, it's really nice, I can have a little bit of rest there. And then breath just naturally flows out. Can have a little bit of a rest there. And then actually when you've had that little bit of rest there, really nice just to bring all that breath and all that energy back into the body. You don't have to think about it. Have that little rest there. Bring palms across onto the belly. Step your feet together. We'll just finish off with a little bit of bamboo in the wind. If anybody's new to the class, bamboo in the wind is where we just really narrow our base of support and imagine this strong central axis through the body, crown, sternum, towards the ground. So within the body, 3 centers of gravity. And if you close your eyes, again, the body is very clever. Just allow the body to unwind itself, come back to its natural equilibrium, its natural balance. When we're focusing on exercising, we often think we have to do stuff. And actually the body is very clever, it's very intelligent, very intuitive. Just allow it to find its own natural balance. And you'll find also the breath will find its natural balance, coming deep into the center of the body. I'll just give you about 30 seconds just to tune in, notice. And then if you've got your eyes closed, when you're ready, just open your eyes again. Step your feet out so you're nice and stable, strong. Give the arms a little bit of a shake. Have a little stretch, whatever you feel you need. And we'll finish the session there. Really wanted to pay some attention again, just making sure that we can feel, excuse me, all of this working down here. And then balancing and just paying attention, as I say, to the spaces between the breath. It's a nice thing just to tune into in your day, whatever you're doing during the day as well. Thank you for joining. I will see you on Thursday. We'll do a little bit more balancing. Thanks for everybody on the balance challenge. There's some really great stuff going on there. So keep it up. Keep up the good work. Keep being creative. And I'll see you all on Thursday. Thanks for joining in. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Thank you all.